Business and economy. President Trump starts tariff trade war again. How bad could it be for the stock market? Welcome to World Traveling Millionaire Stock Investor and Option Channel.
News on the tariff war. US President Donald Trump has declared a 25% duty on Indian imports and an unspecified penalty, which will take effect on 1st August. The American leader made the announcement on his Truth Social media account. Mr. Trump saying little business has been done with India as its tariffs are, I quote, far too high. He also called India out for buying the majority of its military equipment from Russia, as well as being Moscow's biggest buyer of energy, and will be imposing a penalty on India for its actions.
You know, President Trump is not happy with India because he made a promise that he's gonna stop Russia-Ukraine war in 24 hours within 1 day, and he hasn't been able to stop it for already 7 months. So India has been buying weapons from Russia, and so he's not happy because Russia has been getting money, US dollars, from India, and India has one of the highest tariff rate on American imports. So yeah, US and India may have a okay or good relationship with each other, but there's no trade, and America probably have been buying in Indian goods, so they cannot be imposing 25% tariff, but he already postponed it until August 8th, so they have about 7 days to come up with an agreement, or otherwise I think India may probably be subject to more penalties. He said something about penalty, but he hasn't mentioned anything. So what do you think that is?
And for more, Rebecca Bunton joins us live now from Mumbai. Now, Rebecca, Mr. Trump is following through on his threat. Do we have any reaction from India now? And how will this impact its exports?
We've reached out to both the Foreign Ministry and the Commerce Ministry in India. At the moment, they're saying they don't have any immediate comment on this, but of course they will have to come out with some kind of reaction at some point soon. That is a big announcement from President Donald Trump. Interesting that he described India as a friend, but then went on to criticize their very high tariffs. He's long been a big critic of India's tariffs, calling them in the past the tariff king, a big abuser of tariffs. But of course, we know that the US does have this very strong relationship with India as well. The relations between President Trump and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi have been quite warm. But these tariffs have been announced 25% by President Trump. There have been these negotiations that have been going on between the two sides, but obviously they haven't managed to reach an agreement in time for that deadline, it appears. Obviously, India not wanting to give in on some sectors, including agriculture, and it's been very difficult for the two sides to see eye to eye as they try to reach some kind of trade deal, which they have been discussing, and both sides have said that they want to reach a trade deal.
US wants to export agricultural products to India, but India also have their own farmers to look out for. And Indian rice farmers had a very difficult times in the past few years because of the weather. Now they are starting to produce rice and export rice. So that's why Thailand farmers got really, they got upset because now they could not demand as high as price as before, because a few years ago, India has been having a very difficult time producing rice. So Thailand farmers could command bigger premium on their rice. Now Indian farmers are able to produce rice right now because of better weather. So the world market is filled with Indian rice right now. So that pushed the price of the rice down, so which makes Thai farmers not so happy. Of course, India's not gonna be compromised, right? Because Americans, they want to export their agricultural products to India. India has been having a tough time on agricultural products, so they don't want uh, American products to come in. So that's a point of tension between US and India. Of course, with India buying Russian weapons, that will be bad as well. Hey, one country that's came out better than expected is Mexico. Mexico has been able to postpone. President Trump gave Mexico 90 days, additional 90 days. I don't know what Mexican president did. She did probably do really great negotiation. Of course, they did not see eye to eye yet, so that's why they postponed it, right? So which is good news for Mexico. But Canada, not so much. Canada's had to pay tariff of 35%. Look at this. Since yesterday, August 1st, they are the only country that did not get pause or expand. So Mexico 25%, but postponed to 90 days later. EU, some products 0%, some other countries, some products 15%, UK 10%. So better than before. EU, they got a deal with the US. India 25%. I think they reduced 1% a little bit. Japan 15%. Japan also got a deal. 24% used to be, now 15%. Indonesia 19%, used to be 32%. Look at this. Brazil 10%. Nothing changed. Brazil must have a trade surplus, so that's why they did not impose. If you see 10%, okay, so that means these countries most likely have a trade surplus. So Brazil 10%. Afghanistan, I don't know if we buy anything from Afghanistan or if Afghanistan buy any American products. So 15%, okay, it's even more than before. Not sure why they got more. Okay, Algeria 30%, Angola 15%. It's in Europe, so 15%, less than before 32%. Bangladesh, they also got a deal, 20% compared to 37%. That's a big reduction. Bolivia 15%, used to be 10%. So wow, this is like it's a worst deal after the negotiation for Bolivia at least. Okay, Bosnia and Herzegovina 30%, used to be 35%. I think they did not finish yet. They did not finish yet. I think Botswana 15%, good. It used to be 32%. Brunei 25%, did not change. Cambodia, yes, better. Cameroon was, Chad was, Costa Rica was, Cote d'Ivoire. This is African nation. Because of President Trump tariff, we get to study geography better. Cote d'Ivoire, okay, 15%, less than 21%. Congo, more than before. Ecuador, more than before. Equatorial Guinea, this is also African nation, 15% more than before. Falkland Islands. Oh, look at Falkland Islands. Oh, we don't even know this island. It's nearby South America. Okay, South America. This is Fiji here. It's quite popular. Down 15%. Ghana more than that. 50%. Guyana less than before. Iceland more than before. Oh, Iceland more than before. That's President Trump wants to conquer Iceland. Take over Iceland. Iraq 35% less than before. Israel 15%, just 2% down. Jordan 50%, Kazakhstan 25%, Laos only a little bit. Lesotho, look at it, 15%. Used to be 50%. Which country is this? Lesotho. Look at it. This looks beautiful. It's our African country. Hey, most people did not know about Lesotho. Right here, look at it. Lesotho, Libya 30%, Liechtenstein 15% down than before. Madagascar, a lot, reduced a lot. Used to be 47%. Malawi 15%. Look at this. I'm not sure if they even negotiated. They, negotiated with Madagascar because it did not make the news. Maybe it's just too small country to make the news. So 15%. Malaysia 19% down. Mauritius 15%, a big drop. This one did not make the news as well. Okay, Moldova 25%. It's a used to be part of USSR, so down. Good. Mozambique, African nation. Myanmar, look at it. 44%, 40%. Used to be 44%. Wow, this is stay quite high. Namibia, 50%, down from 21%. Nauru, half. I don't think we have any deal with Nauru. We don't do any trade with Nauru. Hey, New Zealand New Zealand is a friend. So why is it worse than before? Before it used to be 10%. Do you have any idea? Nicaragua, 18% are the same. This is probably only one country that is the same, or maybe two countries the same, like UK the same. Nigeria, 50%, more than that, more than before. North Macedonia, less than before. Norway, yeah, the same. Pakistan, less than before. Papua New Guinea, more than before. Look at this, 15%. Philippines, more than before. Oh yeah, they got a deal with Philippines. I think the deal has something to do with something better for the Philippines, but US want to charge more for the Philippines import. But Americans are the one paying for it, okay? Even though, yeah, 90%, 35%, yes, this deal, you might think that these countries pay for it. No, Americans pay for it. If Americans purchase Filipino products, they pay 90% tariff. But the thing is that businesses, Walmart, they may have some negotiated power. So they may ask supplier to keep the price down for some time, maybe 3 months, 6 months. After that, they may raise the price. Consumer, if you don't usually buy, if you rarely buy calculator, you wouldn't even know the difference, the price difference, right? If you buy everyday like grocery stuff, yeah, you know the price difference, or it went up. But if you buy like refrigerator, a washing machine, you buy only once every 10 years. Even if you go and buy, and even if they raise the price by 20%, you may not even know that they raised the price. So that's the trick. The politicians use it all the time. If they tax you more, like on 10%, 20% off your paycheck, they notice, people notice, they're not going to be happy, they're not going to vote for you. But if they put tariff on it, you don't usually buy so many products. Some of the products you don't buy at all. You only buy once in a while. You may not even notice. People are waiting to pay maybe a few thousand to 10,000 more. They may not even notice it. So that's the trick, okay, of the politicians. Okay, South Africa, of course, if you are not happy, if you don't live in America, you don't need to pay that inflation. You can travel around the world. If you know stock investing, call option, put option, you can live somewhere else. Okay, right now, don't live in America right now. But I think these tariffs are not going away because most presidents, they don't want to take it out. So it's not, most likely gonna stay. South Africa 30%, South Korea, they got a deal, 25% now down 50%. Sri Lanka, 44% now 20%. That's good. Switzerland, Trump is not happy with Switzerland, so you need to pay more on your watch, Swiss watch. Okay, 39% used to be 31%. Syria 41%, it's same. Three countries that are the same. 20% Taiwan stay high, used to be 32% better. Thailand, lower than that, 90% good. So most of the Southeast Asian countries probably pay around 19%. Trinidad and Tobago, 15%, more than before. Look at this. Tunisia, 25%. Turkey, more than before. Uganda, more than before. There are a few countries that pay more than before. The products, okay, a few countries that have tariff more than before. I wouldn't say pay more because they don't really pay for it. Okay, Vietnam 20% down. Vietnam got a deal. The second country that got a deal after UK is Vietnam. Yeah, Zambia 50%, Zimbabwe 50%, better than before. Okay, so what happened to the stock? So look at this. Look at my stock portfolio. It went down. Okay, it went down. One day 5,000. It's very normal because of tariff fear. But look at it. 3 months my portfolio stay up more than 55%, 3 months. It doesn't really matter. You will see up and down just like this, very normal. See, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, then up like crazy. Yeah, year to date I'm still up 42%. It beat S&P 500 like crazy. Okay, S&P 500. Look at S&P 500. How much is it? S&P 500. Year to date, it's only at 6.3%. My portfolio way perform better. Okay, 42%. How about Nasdaq? Look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq composite year to date, 7.1%. Nasdaq is better than S&P 500. I also beat S&P Nasdaq too. I beat both S&P and Nasdaq. So nothing to worry. It's gonna come back up a little bit pullback is very normal. Okay, if you are just starting, you can go to Master Risk Stock Option Crypto channel. Check out my playlist for stock investing, call option, put options, and advanced option videos. You can click the link in my YouTube description comment down below to open an account, potentially get free stock. If you reach out to me, want to talk to me, the links will be in the YouTube description comment down below. Share, subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.